welcome to the Northern Counties East League podcast. I'm Richard Watts. I'm now joined by League General Manager Matt Jones.
Hello and welcome to the official podcast of the Macron Northern Counties East League. And what a weekend we've just witnessed. The Premier Division season reached its conclusion in the most dramatic, unforgiving and frankly heartbreaking fashion. If you were following the relegation battle, you know exactly what I mean. If you weren't, buckle in, because this is one of the most extraordinary final days we've seen in years. The biggest story, and the one that will be remembered for a long time, is Albion Sports relegation, and it came in the cruelest way imaginable. They were seconds away from survival, mere seconds. Albion's match at Golka United was pure chaos from start to finish. Nathan Cartman put them ahead in the first half, his 33rd goal of the season, making him joint top scorer in the division, which in itself is incredible in a relegated team. Ellis Wade and Mohamed Quazim also struck for Albion, but Golka kept coming in a game that swung one way and then the other. Ryan Wadsworth, Romani Murray and then Ash Flynn scored to see the match enter injury time with the sides level at 3-3. And deep into stoppage time came the moment that changed everything. Callum Reid smashed home the winner for Golka, flipping the table on its head and sending Albion down. A whole season decided in the dying seconds of the last match. Albion's fate wasn't sealed in isolation, though, because over at Thackley we had another thriller. Thackley and Eccleshill United played out a 3-3 draw that also swung back and forth all afternoon. Lewis Sugden's penalty, Keenan Manning's finish, and then a stoppage time strike from Haas Gorgie kept Thackley alive. And that final goal, Gorgie's late equaliser, is the one that lifted Thackley out of the relegation zone and pushed Albion into it. The margins could not have been finer. Pottisford Town, who started the day second from bottom and seemingly in the most danger, delivered when it mattered. They beat Beverley Town 2-0 thanks to goals from Luke Avis and Johnny Niantu, a composed, disciplined performance that secured their safety. At the other end of the table, Barton Town wrapped up their regular season with a 3-1 win over Wombwell Town. Lewis Stevens scored twice, Tom Wardby added another, and that victory confirms Barton's place in the playoffs. They'll be joined by Beverley Town, Sheffield and Tadcaster Albion. Elsewhere across the Premier Division, Frickley Athletic earned a late 1-1 draw with Horbury Town, Charlie Clegg cancelling out Gibril Bojang's early strike. Knaresborough Town were beaten 2-1 by Rossington Main, who led through Mackenzie Warne and Masai Arbuin before Jack Dyche pulled one back. Champions Liversedge signed off their home league campaign with a 2-0 win over Pickering Town, courtesy of George Green and Keelan Swales. Parkgate and Campion shared a lively 1-1 draw. Harry Day's early opener cancelled out by Shay Muirhead. Penistone Church edged Sheffield 1-0 with a James Young penalty in front of an incredible crowd of 1,007, and Tadcaster Albion produced one of the standout performances of the day in a 4-2 win over Handsworth, with goals from William Marshall, an Owen Hay own goal, Ollie Norman and Jaden Thompson. The drama didn't stop there. Division 1 had its own twists. On Friday night, Wakefield beat Ilkley Town 2-0 thanks to an Akil Francis brace, including a first-half penalty. Saturday brought goals everywhere you looked. Appleby Frodingham swept aside Doncaster City 5-1, with Josh Freewold converting a penalty before second-half goals from Nathan Jarman, Gareth Barlow, Jordan Spencer and Ryan Bonser. Armthorpe Welfare were inspired by a Mikey Dunn hat-trick in their 4-1 win over Athersley Recreation. Brigtown enjoyed a superb afternoon as Josh Batty scored all 4 goals in their 4-1 victory over Nostell Miners Welfare. Clubthorne Colliery and South Leeds played out a goalless draw, while Harrogate Railway Athletic claimed a 2-0 win at Crowell Colts through James Isles and Alex Burton. Champions Durnan District were emphatic 5-1 winners at Goole, with Adam Baskerville scoring twice and Jamie Austin adding 2 more in stoppage time. Leeds UFCA secured a 2-0 win over Maltby Main thanks to quick-fire goals from Adam Jones and Liam Burt. And Selby Town were ruthless in a 5-0 win over already doomed Glassheart and Welfare, with Harry Clapham scoring twice. Louth Town edged Winterton Rangers 1-0 with a Will Pennell goal, a result that keeps Louth up but confirms Winterton will finish in the final relegation place. And Wiersbridge Athletic earned a 1-0 win over Route 1 Rovers, thanks to Keelan Grist's first half strike. Across both divisions, the weekend delivered everything: goals, tension, late twists, and scored stories that will be talked about for years. But no moment was more dramatic or more devastating than Albion Sports relegation. A season-defining stoppage time, a single goal that changed everything. Football can be brutal sometimes, and Saturday proved it. On to this coming Saturday, we have the Premier Division playoff semi-finals to look forward to, with two superb matches in prospect. Beverley Town welcome Barton Town, and Sheffield host Tadcaster Albion. There's also one remaining league game being played in our top division, as champions Liverseas travel to Knaresborough Town. In Division 1, there's a full set of fixtures to look forward to as more teams complete their regular season games, although there are a couple of matches that had to be carried over to the next midweek due to the awful weather we experienced in January and February. We already know that Dearn are the champions. Wakefield, Wiersbridge and Harrogate Railway Athletic have all booked their places in the end-of-season playoffs, but those three sides are still jostling for home advantage in the semi-finals. That leaves one remaining playoff place up for grabs, with Leeds UFCA seemingly the favourites, although Brigtown or Route 1 Rovers could still catch them if Leeds slip up. We'll be back next week to see who's claimed that playoff spot as we look ahead to the Premier Division playoff final and the Division 1 semi-finals. We saw some fantastic attendances over the past weekend once again. Thank you for your support of our teams.
Blast from the Press, 1998-99 season, Premier Division top 5, first Ossett Albion, second Ossett Town, third Brigtown, fourth Hallam, fifth North Faber United, bottom 3, Pickering Town bottom, Pontefract Colliery second bottom, Maltby Main third bottom. Division 1 top 3, first Harrogate RA, second Broadsworth Welfare, third Glatwell. Bottom was Winterton Rangers. League Cup winners Dennerby United. In the FA Cup, Buxton and North Ferriby United made the third qualifying round. In the FA Vars, Garforth Town made the fourth round. Next up, NCEL Talk. I'll hand straight over to host Aaron Walton.
Well. It's time. It was time that the Premiership was wrapped up on Saturday, and I've got my good panel with me. I've got a full house today. I've got Richard, I've got Bob, Si, and Jordan, and me, Aaron. So, hello, everybody.
Good evening.
Hello.
So, as you just intimated there, in the Premiership, I know there was a game on Friday, Si, but we'll come to that. But
No worries.
On Saturday, the Premiership was wrapped up, so playoff places were sorted, relegations were sorted, and we'll look at, with 4 teams coming into the last match looking over the shoulder to avoid the drop, along with Wombwell. We'll look at Bottisford Town. On paper, had possibly the hardest task, didn't they, Rich?
They did, yeah.
They were playing second from top Beverley Town, who needed to do better than Sheffield, really, to avoid dropping out of the second place into third. Bottisford's task was simple: beat Beverley and stay up. So there was a healthy crowd, the Poachers' largest, 302. So Bottisford fielded a very strong team, and it was a talented Luke Harris, who scored many a goal against Barton Town, I may add, on 23 minutes for Bottisford. And then Jonathan Nyantu, coming on for Akira Simmons, got the vital second goal 7 minutes from time. Bottisford safe, Bottisford Town 2, Beverley Town 0. What a good win, Richard, for Bottisford.
Yeah, cracking win that. I mean, they couldn't have had a much tougher task.
Definitely.
By all accounts, they did it and were the better side.
Just shows you, doesn't it? So Bottisford is safe for another season, and I'm sure they don't want to have a season like they've had this season. They'll want to kick on. Now, Beverley Town were sweating a little bit because Sheffield were away to Penistone, who by their high standards have a little bit of a struggle this season. They were hoping for 1,000, and Bob, what did they get?
1,007.
They certainly did. So they got seven more stragglers through the gate. They packed in like sardines. And with which they accomplished, as we said, and it was a Jamie Young penalty, 31 minutes, that separated the two teams. Penistone came away with a victory, and that maintained Beverley Town's runners-up place. So if we go back down to the foot of the league, Albion Sport at home to Golker, anything could happen. What a game at the Marishe. It went 1-0 Albion, 1-1, 2-1 Golker, 2-2, 3-2 Albion, 3-3. Then Callum Reid broke the Lions' heart, didn't he? With a 90th minute winner for Golker, 4-3. That put the cat among the pigeons. But Thackley, who are also down there, they were playing local rivals Eccles Hill, weren't they? And it was it 2-1 for till the 95th minute?
Yeah, just about. Yeah.
And then Hash Gorgie, didn't he? He got the equaliser for the Denny boys to keep them up. So that was you couldn't have wrote it, could you? And Horbury, they were picking up a good point away at Frickley. Did you go, Jordan?
No, I didn't. Can you believe it? I booked a holiday like late last year, thinking, "Oh, we're either going to be down by this point, given the league status at that point, or we didn't want to take it to the last game of the season." But sod's law, I was away for that one with very little signal, may I add as well. So trying to update socials, and then getting like 5 messages through at once, thinking, "Oh my God, what's going on?" So I think the wind played a massive part in the game. So I've been told we had the wind with us in the first half, and we went 1-0 up through Jibril Bojan with a header for the second time in 2 weeks, and that's his only 2 headers he's scored for the club. I've mentioned that last week. I think that he scored his first header in over 150 games. He's actually put his head on another one, so fair play.
So this must mean he's going to score many with his head for next season.
He better do. He's not scored many for us this season, so he owes us. And then they scored with a free kick in like the 90th minute, but then with all the goals that were going late on, I think either if we'd have conceded, I think in the end we'd have been all right, just about. But had Golker not scored, I think it'd have been us that had gone down in the end. Wow. If Frickley had got another, so it was very tight. But just looking at throughout the game, I think Horbury were the only team not to go into the relegation zone at any point in that 90 minutes. So with us scoring early doors, it kind of put the pressure off a little bit. But then when they scored in the last minute for a free kick, everyone was
panicking.
Panicking, yeah. To put it politely, yeah.
Yeah. We could think of other expletives to say, but we're not. Absolutely. So that's Horbury safe. And unfortunately, we say goodbye to the Lions of Albion Sport, don't we? Which is a shame. But good luck next season,
all
Albion.
Season they were too good to go down.
Yes, yeah, they were. Well, I thought they were, but it just shows you, doesn't it? I think, looking back, I like a stat. I think no team has gone down with 38 points. It's always been lower for a long while. I mean, I know there's only 20 in the league now, but it's a lot of points to go down with, I think.
I think Nathan Dartman was the Premier Division's top scorer, wasn't he?
I was going to say that as well. Yeah, it's mad how 33 goals don't keep your team up.
33 goals and 38 points. It's been a crazy season, hasn't it? So if we go on for the remaining playoff position, the script was thus: Barton Town needed a point to cement a playoff place, the final place. 300 came along to Marsh Lane Ground, which was good. And so the Swans win 3-1. Richard, can you give us a little bit of a lowdown on that 3-1 win?
Yeah, it wasn't a bad game, was it? The wind played quite a big part in it. But Barton never really looked in any particular trouble, I didn't think. And a couple of good goals.
Yeah, there were, yeah. It was good to see.
Certainly Wombwell appeared to have quite a young side, didn't they, from the one that had played Barton a few weeks ago, and they played some good stuff at times.
Yeah, plenty of energy and endeavour. Just a little bit naive at the back sometimes, but
Yeah.
they put a good performance in. So Barton got the last playoff place. Campion got a point away at Parkgate 1-1, and Handsworth with a task and a half playing for me. I think the team that are going to go through Tadcaster, because they've 7 wins on the bounce, with the last defeat coming way back in early Feb at home to Liversedge 1-0, and before that Barton Town beat them. So they've gone. Tadcaster have gone 10 undefeated, winning 8, drawing 2, scoring 25 and conceding 5, 6 clean sheets. So, and they dispatched the Ambers, didn't they? Handsworth 4-2. So just shows you how good they're doing, isn't it? And I think they're for me, Tadcaster are going to go in clear favourites. You watch them lose against Sheffield. And Rossington, for a long time at the wrong end of the table, finished the season in a flurry, defeating an Ayrshire team with nothing but pride to play for 2-1. So that was a good finish for Rossington. And Liversedge, champions elect, they beat Pickering 2-0 with 510 in attendance. Now, I think that's covered the Prem. So we've got Liversedge going up. We've got Beverley Town versus Barton Town, the Battle of the Humber in one of the playoff games, and it is Sheffield FC versus Tadcaster Albion in the other playoff. And we say goodbye to Wombwell and Albion Sports. I think that's everything. So we'll go into Division 1. And it started Friday night, didn't it? Wakefield and Ilkley, 312 down at Pontefract side. Did you go and watch it?
I did. Not a lot to really note on this one. I think like the games that you mentioned, wind again. It was that, was it Storm Dave, I think, or something, was the one that was hitting us at the time. And it made it quite a scrappy affair. I mean, Ilkley, to say they had, they've finished safe and had nothing to play for, but they put up a good fight. They're a good team. One of those teams that I think partway through the season, like Maltby and others around them, had a bit of a change at the club, didn't they? So they've not done as well as we thought they would do, but they put up a good fight in this one. Akil Francis got the opener for us just before half time with a penalty, and then rounded off the win with 18 minutes to go with his second of the game. And another clean sheet, but it wasn't the most entertaining affair of the season, to be fair. For a win's a win. And
you were busy taking photographs, I think, weren't you?
I've got a few photographs, but mostly after the game for this.
Right. Not while it was going on.
No. I'm focused on the game when the game's on.
Not asking the centre forward. Can you just before you take that throw in, can you just have a quick photo? So anyway, that was a good win for Wakefield. Winton's relegation was confirmed with a disappointing home loss to Lincolnshire rivals Louth Town 1-0, and they've had a mixed season for them as well. Louth Town finishing a little bit down near the bottom, and at the top, Bob, I've got to mention it. Durnan District runaway form continues against Goole. Was it 10-1? Was it 10-1?
What did you say last week? I think you said it might be 3 points to Durn, and you was right.
Oh dear! I'll be welcomed back to Goal, like a French kiss at a family reunion. Oh dear, man.
Yeah. Anyhow, I often say that we start well. Well, we did, because we went 1-up after 7 minutes through Ollie McQuillan. But then Durn had a man sent off a few minutes later, Taylor Nicholson, for a challenge. So I thought, it could be Goals Day today. But Durn are not champions for no reason at all. They struck back through Adam Baskerville in the 24th and 35th minute, made them 2-1 up. And a third goal from Owen Field Send after 57 minutes, made it 3-1. And then towards the end, I think we tired. Jamie Austin got 2 more goals, like he does all season, in the last few minutes, to make it 5-1. So Durn, worthy winners on the day. No excuses.
And that's it, Bob.
That's it. I thought not. Unfortunately, I wasn't there because I was away on holiday, so I missed it. But that's reports I've got back. Durham District Worthy wins.
Well, at least you missed the gate when they lost. So
Yeah.
at the top, Worsborough 1, Route 1 Rovers 0. So Worsborough keeping up the pressure. Harrogate Rail beat Crowell Colts 2-0 at Windsor Park. Again, keeping up that pressure up the top. And Leeds University getting a 2-0 victory over Maltby Main. So does that... Oh, they were playing Tuesday night, weren't they? Because they weren't assured of a playoff place at that time, was there?
No, they had us to play then. I'll say
I think they weren't guaranteed at 5 p.m. knowing they're playing goal on the Tuesday.
John, what? He's sticking the knife in again.
Poor old Bob, he'll not come back next season.
I won't.
Oh, dear.
Bob picking strays.
So anyway, well, they weren't, as we said, they weren't guaranteed a playoff place at that moment in time. Brigg Town, they beat Nostell, didn't they? All 4 goals coming from Josh Batty, taking his tally up to 22 for the season. Do you know what? I looked, and that's not even got him. Is that not even got him in the top 10 in Division 1 at goal scorers? I don't think it has it?
I'm not quite sure.
I didn't look there when I looked earlier. No, he's not.
I don't think he's even in the top 10. With 22 goals, you'd think maybe in the top 10, but definitely not. Elsewhere, Appleby Frodingham had a superb win over Doncaster City 5-1. Armthorpe beating Athersley 3-1. Michael Dunn hat-trick and Harry Shepherd. Clubthorne Colliery goalless at South Leeds. And Selby Town back to winning ways 5-0 against Glass Houghton. So that sort of covered the Saturday. I don't think I've missed anybody, have I, Robert?
No, I don't think you have.
So far, so good. So on to midweek. Northern Counties East League Cup semi-finals. Liversedge played Campion 3-0 to the Sedge into the finals. Dean get 2 and Donovan got 1.
Correct.
So good win for Liversedge. Could they be league and cup winners? Well, we don't know. So a lot of teams go in favourite for the cup, don't they, Richard? And then they get outplayed, don't they?
That's right. Yeah.
Seen many times. I noticed George Green went off injured. Hopefully, he'll be fully recovered for the final because he's got some goals later on in the season for Liversedge. Division 1, there was quite a few games. Appleby Frodingham 1, Crowell Colts 0 in a big Lincolnshire derby. 173 at Brumby Hall there, so that wasn't a bad crowd for Appleby Frodingham. Armthorpe 1, Clubthorne Colliery 0. Harrogate 3, Nostell 0. And Leeds University FCA booked their last playoff spot, beating Goal. But it was a close one, Bob. Did you go to that one, Bob?
No, I was still away. I only got back yesterday.
Where you been? Have you been to Africa?
No, I wish. Goal, we took the lead through Nathan Perks, and we was 1-0 at half time. So, by all accounts, we played quite well on the night. But Leeds came back in the second half through Harrison Rowley and Jaden Sandu with a penalty to make it 2-1. And that confirmed their playoff positions in the league for this year, because I think it put them 5 points clear from Brigg, who's in 6th place. So it was a big win for Leeds, and I think the home form has been good this season, so they deserve to be in the playoffs, I think.
Certainly do. So we don't know who they're going to play yet because it's still all up in the air, isn't it?
It is.
Maltby also had a good win. They beat Route 1 Rovers 4-2. And then Wednesday, so Worsborough beat Doncaster City 2-1. So could Worsborough overtake Wakefield? I think they could, couldn't they, Si?
Yeah. Out of the 3 playoff spots, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, any of the 3 teams can still finish in any of the 3 positions.
Yeah.
It's even possible for Harrogate to do it. It just depends on how the results go.
Yeah.
It's if we drop points and Worsborough drop points, Harrogate could sneak 2nd. You'd look on form and games to go and say Wisborough favourites because they've got 2 games where you'd expect them to win. But anything's possible, yeah. All 3 teams can finish in any order at the moment,
Yeah.
mathematically.
You would prefer a home tie, wouldn't you?
I think anyone would.
Yeah.
I think both those teams would as well,
Yeah.
because all 3 teams there are used to playing on their own pitches in their own way, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
I think all 3 teams use the pitches that they have to their advantage and know how to use them, and it's then up to whoever's away in any of those ties to try and deal with that.
So yeah. So let's have a look on.
Like any of the teams that are at home, certainly the favourites, if that makes sense.
It does, yeah. So if we have a look at those games on Saturday before we pick our teams of the week, as you've just said, playoff places can change dependent on results. We've got Appleby Frodingham playing Maltby, which doesn't affect anything. Armthorpe play Doncaster City. Athersley play Brigtown. Clubthorne Colliery play Nostell. Crowell Colts play Dernan District. Goal, you'll play Louth Town. Are you going to that one then, Bob? You will be there, won't you?
I'll be back there. Yes, I'll be there on Saturday.
Yeah.
Hoping for 3 points.
You'll get 3 points. You'll get 3 points.
No,
I've just upset everybody in Louth now, so you'll get 3 points. Now Leeds, they're playing Ilkley Town. Route 1 Rovers playing Wakefield. Oh, have you been to the Irish yet?
I haven't. No, it's going to be a first visit for that one, and looking forward to it. It's does it help that they don't have a position to play for now? We were looking at it thinking like we could go into that game with them still looking to play for the final playoff place.
Yeah.
But it's the last game of the season. Everyone wants to go out with a bang, so it's not a case that it's going to be a walkover in the slightest. And I dare say, a certain striker's probably going to be trying to get as many goals to finish off the season as possible, isn't he?
Definitely, that's what I was thinking. Yeah,
I don't know if he's away, because he didn't play Wednesday. They only had 12 men, Route 1, on Wednesday, and he wasn't there. He wasn't in the squad, so I don't know if he's away, injured, or just.
No, he was on holiday with Bob.
Well, that's not good because Bob's back now, so he's going to be back, isn't he?
He's going to be back, isn't he? Yeah. Well, I would have thought he might be back because they've got a semi-final to play in the week, haven't they, against Rossington? So they'll want the full team out.
Yeah, maybe they'll take it easy then against us, so that they're all fit for the semi-final.
Yeah, possibly, but football never works like that, does it?
No. There's no giving in this league.
Exactly. Harrogate's got a really tough tie against Selby Town at Selby. That'll be a tough one. South Leeds play Winterton, and Worsborough play Glasshoughton. So on paper, Worsborough got fairly, you'd say, an easy game against Glasshoughton. But again, you just never know, do you? So that's the games there. Now, if we preview the two playoff games in the Premier, we've got, as we said before, Beverley Town play Barton Town. Tickets have been going well, haven't they, Richard?
Yeah, they're about 100 left, something like that.
Yeah, so yeah, they weren't selling 200 as well. It was the 1,000 they're expecting, aren't they? So
yeah.
My main concern, Richard, is getting parked.
Yeah. Does this is a quick question? The away team, do they get a share of the gate because of this, or is it all with the home team?
I've not heard anything on the grapevine. I presume it's all going to the home team.
Right.
I thought costs were split.
Oh, I don't know. You might not.
Because I think that's why season tickets, for example, don't count for playoffs. I'm fairly sure. I'm sure something like that came out from our club. I'm sure it's a split between both teams. I don't know if Jordan remembers from last year with.
I remember. I think gate receipts might be split.
I forgot you weren't playoffs, were you? It was One that were playoffs. Sorry, I've got. Yeah, it was because you went straight up into One. No, yeah.
I think it is gate receipts, so that are split.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, we've got our tickets, haven't we, Richard?
Yeah.
Yeah, so just parking, that's the problem. because it's not very good for parking there at the best of times, is it?
Well, I saw a note. If you arrive after 1:30, you won't be allowed to park. I saw a statement from Beverly earlier this week on their X. So I don't know if that's right or not.
Yeah. Well, they said only.
We to avoid disappointment, eh?
Yeah, yeah. So it said officials and players. I don't know when they meant officials. Did they mean officials as in the referee and lino, or did they mean officials as is me and you, Richard, in our official capacity as commentators?
but you could say you are the press, you and Richard.
Well, yeah. Well, Richard does a good job, and I think I'm just there for the ride sometimes. So, but I don't know. But yeah. So, what do we think then? What do we think to that one then? What? It's going to be tight, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I think Beverly are hot favourites. They've won both league matches 1-0.
Yeah.
And Barton haven't really looked like scoring in either of them, I don't think.
There's definitely not, no.
So, I mean, it's a free hit for Barton. They're outsiders all the teams in the playoffs are the outsiders, aren't they?
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
Yeah. Can this match go to extra time? Is there extra time in playoffs?
Extra time and penalties.
Right.
So
is it? I thought it was straight to penalties.
No, I think it's extra time.
Yeah. I don't want to go on too long side because I'm at work at 8:30 at the night. So yeah, so yeah, I think it'll be tight because everybody knows everybody. As we've said before in this podcast, our manager was the number 2 at Beverley. Dave Ricardo and James Bennett were 1 and 2 at Barton. So most of the Beverley players, I think, I don't know how many, Richard, but I would say a good 6 or 7 have played for Barton, haven't they?
Yeah.
So they all know each other. It tends to cancel out. I think the really interesting one is Sheffield FC versus Tadcaster Albion, because Sheffield lost the last game, didn't they? They was on some tremendous form. Then they just had a little bit of a dip when they knew they were safe. But Tadcaster are the team in form, aren't they?
Yeah, they really have come from nowhere.
It was Tadcaster that beat them, wasn't it? 4-0.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
So
I think out of all the playoff sides, these are the 2 sides that are geared up for the next level.
Yeah, Tadcaster and
in terms of
Sheffield.
size of club and everything.
Yeah. Well, Sheffield have just built. They built another stand, haven't they? Yeah. Down that where the main stand is down the side, they built another stand down there with seats in it. So it's looking good. So again, I'm not sure. I'm going to go say Tadcaster Albion for that one. I think Tadcaster might do it.
It's going to be close, whatever it is. Really.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, watch both games will be about 6-0, but never mind. So there you are. And in the Northern Counties East League Premier Division, there's one more game in the Knaresborough Town playing Liversidge in it really bit of a dead rubber, but everything's sorted out now, isn't it? So, but Liversidge, I think they could have done without that, couldn't they? They maybe wanted to rest up a little bit for the League Cup. Well, that's not till 3 weeks time, is it? Yeah, 4 weeks.
5th of May, yeah.
Yeah. So, gentlemen.
But just before on next week, in the Division 1, there's a quite important game: Appleby versus Worsborough, because that could depend where they're going to be 2nd, 3rd, or 4th, wouldn't it?
Yes, very much.
Could affect size Wakefield. I don't know.
It can affect like I think you summed it up perfectly, because that is the match that can change where all 3 finish. That's still for grabs.
So that's Appleby. Is it Appleby Frontingham at home? Are they at home?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
That's a pretty good game to go to. I wanted to go to that game, but I've been outvoted. Somebody in the house wants to go watch Rossington versus Route 1 Rovers for some strange reason, but there you go.
And then but also with Rossington playing Route 1 Rovers, it's 2 more games for Zach Kahn to break his record, isn't it?
Well, that's not. He might be still on holiday though, Bob.
You
might not. I think you've still got him in your suitcase, haven't you?
Well, but the opponent at Wakefield might be happy if he's not there, if he's just missing that one.
Yeah, probably. Right.
They're very good at home, though, anyway, aren't they?
They are.
Route 1. So that'll be a test no matter what.
Yeah, definitely. So then, gentlemen, let's have a look. Teams of the week then. Have we all got one?
Yeah, we have.
I
Yeah.
ain't got a backup, but
Right, we'll go with you first then, Si.
Bottisford needed the win on the last day.
Yeah.
And against the odds, like you said. Beverley, you'd think that we're going to take that one. Well done, Bottisford. Safety.
Yeah. Brilliant. Well done, Bottisford Town. Jordan?
Aubrey Town.
Hey, yeah, you've had us Bob picking your own team.
No, we'll go Leeds UFCA for getting in playoffs in the first season. So fair play to them.
That's brilliant, that, isn't it, to do that. Richard?
I think I'll go for Appleby Frodingham, 2 wins in the week.
Yeah.
And they're nearly up to mid-table.
It just shows you've done it, the how the league is. Bob?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go for Bottisford, same as Si, because we previewed it last week. We was a bit gloomy for Bottisford's chances, but they won 2-0 and stayed up. So every credit to them on the day. So I think they are the team of the week for me.
Well done, well done. I
Yeah.
haven't got a team because I would have gone for Bottisford as well, but
Yeah.
they did really well. So overall, I know the season's not quite finished. What's been your high points of your season? Jordan, we'll start with you. What's your high point? I know probably Aubrey staying up, but what little moments stuck out for you?
Good question. Beating, I think, as first win at home, we beat Sheffield on a Tuesday night, beat them 1-0. That was a very good game. We beat them in the cup at home as well, which was good. We've had a few sucker punches over the season. We've conceded in the last minute, but I think we scored twice in the last minute away at Albion Sports as well, which kick-started the season, really. I think we're only on 8 points at that point after 16 games or something. And we scored twice in the last minute to win, and then we won 6 out of the next 7. So there's been some very low points. There's also been a few highs. But I think the main target for us was just to stay in the league, which we've managed to do so.
Yeah, well done. Bob, yours won't be very many, will it?
I knew you were going to say that. And you didn't let me down. Well, I was just been going through our scores, trying to think of it. I'm glad you didn't come to me first, anyhow. Anyhow, my high spot, I suppose, I've got to go right back to August when we went to Brig and we beat Brig Town 4-0. That was a good result. But the players on that day, Mitch Carlton, James Simonite, and Shane Muirhead, who scored for us, they're no longer with the club. But that was a really good performance that day. And we had high hopes after the we won the first 3 games. We had high hopes, but it was not to be, I'm afraid.
Never mind. Well, at least you've got some high points. Richard?
I think I'll go for a couple of games in February when they won 3-1 at Tadcaster and then 4-0 home win against Sheffield.
Yeah, that Sheffield game was like everything went right for them, didn't it? It was really good.
Yeah.
Really good, yeah. That's good, yeah. Si?
I think for me, there was one moment that stands out, and that's when Tom Hinton scored from near the halfway line against Route 1 Rovers when we played them I think it was our first game at Pontefract, that one, after the move. And that was a real sort of fantastic goal, just to sort of to see the sort of the skill just to get it where he did. Performance-wise, I'd say the 4-2 win over Dern, because, like everyone said, they've been the steam train that everyone's struggled to knock off this season. Going a goal down to them at home and then coming back to win 4-2, I think that was the performance of the season from us.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that I'm hoping this time, maybe our moment of the season's still to come.
Yeah.
We will see. We will see.
Yeah. So
4th consecutive year in the playoffs.
I know. My highlight of the season was when we was at your place, Wakefield. Your little lad wasn't sick on me.
Yes. Oh, yeah. He wasn't well that
Can
night,
you remember? He wasn't very well, was he?
He wasn't very well. We had to go sit in the stand, didn't we,
Yeah.
for the second half of that one. He did perk up after that, though.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? Yeah, but I was so pleased he wasn't sick on me. So,
No, he wasn't sick. He was fine in the end.
oh, good, good. So, if we look at where they finally finished, have we got enough time, Richard?
Just.
Well, we've got the we won't look at. I'm not going to look at Div 1 because there's still everything to play for there. But final table for the Prem. Liverpool obviously champions on 89 points. Could be 91. Beverley Town finished runners-up on 75 points. Sheffield third on 72. Tadcaster fourth on 71. Barton Town, best season they've had for a long while, fifth on 70 points. Campion just outside at sixth on 65. And Handsworth seventh on 64. The bottom, Wombwell obviously finished bottom on 17 points. But Albion on 38 points relegated. Thackley 39 points, just that 95th minute equaliser staving off. Bottisford, brilliant 2-0 win, 39 points. Horbury, 39 points, but good goal difference. Frickley, 42 points, and Rossington, 42 points. So, as we said before, I think the last team to have quite a few points and finish near the bottom was Winterton on 27 points. But Albion, 38 points to go down on. That is not heard of, really, is it? To be fair.
Can't remember such a close battle at the bottom, can you?
Well, not really. It's, what was it? 4 points between 19th and 14th, I think. So that was really... Everybody was taking points off everybody else, weren't they? To be fair. It's been...
I don't know about anyone else, but I was watching the live updates on the NCL website because there wasn't any games on the Saturday. I was just watching to see how that relegation battle played out, and as the goals were going through, you could just see how the table was just changing. You know, you could see how effectively it would change the table every time a goal went in. It was fascinating. It really was.
I was doing that while I was trying to do all the substitutions, mess about with looking at the scores and looking at the league tables, and then if we scored, making sure I put some music on, and then getting too near the other microphone, and it all going like a Dalek. Oh dear me! I went from professional to amateur in 2 seconds. There you go. So hey ho.
And that's one of the highlights of the season. That new live scores this year. That's been very good. Hasn't it,
I agree. It's been really good.
Yeah, it has. Yeah,
definitely.
I think it's probably one of the best layouts in all the leagues. I think, to be honest,
it's brilliant.
Yeah,
it is good, especially when you get straight away. You get all the results, don't you? Because before you were waiting, weren't you? You were waiting for the rundown of results, or you'd have to go on different X feeds to have a look. But now it's there straight away. So,
and especially when you're away as well, so you can keep an eye on it. You know what's going on.
Yeah. So that's another feather in the cap for the Northern Counties East League. Well done, whoever's got that up and running. Brilliant. Well done. So excellent. So all we can safely say now is we hope that all the teams finish well. Well, I hope Barton win on Saturday, Richard. And then it be another trip, maybe. Does our season go on for another week, or does it finish there? One never knows, does it? So
I can't say I'm very optimistic.
No, I can't, to be honest. I think it'd be tight. Oh, another highlight for me was at Keighley, Richard, when Eccleshill lost about 6 footballs in that trading estate.
Yeah.
Can you remember?
Yes.
Must have been. And it was just as cold at Keighley as it usually is when we used to be at Eccleshill. Just as cold. So, are all our teams, do you think they're going to be big changes for next season?
Well, it'll be interesting to see as the season's made up what teams get promoted from the feeder leagues, won't it? That'll be interesting. And will Winterton get a reprieve? I think somewhere they may get a reprieve because on the point difference, but you never know.
Yeah,
I think Albion Sports might as well, because I know I did a little bit of digging with someone who's got probably every stat in the world in terms of non-league, and at the time before the last game of the season, we had the highest points per game record in Step 5 in the country, by about 4 or 5 points, and there might be one team in Step 5 that gets a reprieve. So it looks as if Albion Sports potentially may still be in the Prem next year. But
that's good. I hope so. I like my trips to Albion, don't you, Richard?
Yeah.
just in terms of the division above as well, for teams coming into the Prem, obviously Brighouse are relegated, and there's a chance that Ossett might go down as well. They're in the relegation zone, so I know that in terms of location-wise for us, with Ossett are our closest team with 4 miles away, so that'd be brilliant for us if they went down. And dare I say that if Wakefield came up as well, it's another good financial thing for Horbury and Wakefield with big attendances. So
some
big good.
Super local derbies.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed. Because that's what it's all about, making money for the clubs, keeping the clubs going, keeping it sustainable, isn't it?
And I hear that Farsley Celtic want to restart again. And they want to come in at Step 6, so that's something that might happen. Come into our league, you never know.
It's Farsley AFC, I think, now as well, because it's they're not Farsley Celtic, because it's a Phoenix club. But yeah, my best mate was a Farsley Celtic fan, so obviously he's going to be following them. So I'm going to keep an eye on what they do. But yeah, he hasn't heard yet where they're going to be coming in. So yeah, if it is Step 6, we'll have to wait and see.
Well, it's another ground we've been to, Richard, a few times, isn't it, in the press box?
Yeah, nice ground. Yeah,
it is a nice ground. Yeah. Can you remember that time we were sat next to the referee's assessor?
Yes.
And he was going on his dictaphone all night, wasn't he? We felt sorry for the ref and the ref and his team, because I think they would have
he left at midnight. I think.
Yeah, all night, weren't they, listening to what he's got to say? Dear me.
That's it for this edition. If you've got any news for the podcast or you'd like to appear on the podcast, please email ncelpodcast@gmail.com. Thanks for listening.